Yes, I'm going to be showing you this best protective method that you can always do your inward cornrows, and trust me, you're going to love it. It is very, very simple, but now the only thing is you just need to practice it at least most of the times so that you can learn how to do it. And to those ones who have ever plaited this same hairstyle, you also know how protective it is and how long lasting it can be. In fact, we just say that is more long lasting than these other cornrows that we always do, just because of the inward method, as I'm going to be showing you in this video. So please, if you want to learn more, let's just subscribe right now.
Project Master.
Right, yes, as usual, the way we always do the things, it is always very, very nice. Like whenever you try to subscribe on this channel, I always make sure that I upload for you different types of hairstyles, for us to learn, and maybe we get to be exposed to some other hairstyles. So I make sure that I upload different types of hairstyle, and both very, very protective. So if you try to look at this hair, her hair is really fine hair. If I talk about fine hair, I mean hair that is soft. Okay, so we're going to try to use this method, the inward method, and I'm using the Brazilian wool. You can see how I'm starting it. It is very, very simple. The way I'm doing it down here, it is really very simple, and this is how I'm going to be doing it. If you try to look at this method, it just makes the braids to just start from the beginning up to the end, like more like those who have been doing the knotless braids. You can see the difference on how it looks. So it is more different from the knotless braids, and how we braid it is in the very soft way, because this is fine hair, so we don't need to make the braids very tight, because when we do that, of course, we're trying to create tension on our hair. And again, since we're going to be braiding hair that goes behind, it means we are not going to have a lot of we don't need a lot of hair, like not a lot of boxes. So now, when we reach here, there is something that is very important that I always want you guys to know when it comes to making lines. Okay, yes, this is something that looks very simple, but is somehow difficult to most of us, how we do our lines. Sometimes when we're doing cornrows that goes behind, it is a very tricky art for some people, and that's why you find others starting from the front, like in the middle of the line, to make that whole line, and then they start braiding these other ones. But for me, I start from here exactly as I'm braiding my cornrows going behind. If you try to look at my hands, they're really very, very soft and gentle, because I don't want my cornrow to be to create tension, because her hair is already soft and I'm using the Brazilian wool. To those ones who have ever used this extension, you know what I'm talking about and how soft it is. So what I always do is you have to braid it as you separate the hair into two, and then you just make sure that you have a middle line in your partition, and then you start braiding the way we are doing it right now. So if you braid it this way, it is going to be very simple for you, so that you create all these things that we're going to be doing, as you can see right now. So if I'm braiding like this, it is the same thing I keep on doing until we finish this the way I'm doing right here. and here we go. You can see how my braids looks. So let's continue and see how this is going to look like. The only thing is, make sure that your line is perfect. Like, your line should always be perfect. If they're going behind, they should be that straight. I know it is very tricky to those who are going to, if it's going to be your first time to make these braids going behind, somehow, somewhere, you'll find like that some braids are looking at each other just because of your wrong perfection on when it comes to making these lines. So after all that, I make sure that I do that one in the middle. Okay, I do that one in the middle, is the one that I bring here. Now after doing this in the middle, I separate my hair into these. You can see how it is. Then I bring my braid to put, this one goes up like that, and then I start braiding this way. Just comes like that. But if you try to look at me in front, I make sure that I don't add on tension. Okay, I make sure I don't add on tension, like the way you can see here. I braid it without adding on tension, but I make sure that my braid is firm, like coming from down. And then another thing is, might be hard for you to know like how many strands that I use, like on the Brazilian wool, but I was trying to use 12. Now 12, that is dividing by 3, those are 4. Okay, is the now being 4, I make sure that I bring the 4 to make the other one 8. Okay, so even if there are 12, it means that is 8. Okay, 8, then plus this 4. When you roll in them inside, no, now you get get 8 by 4. Okay, so that they make both 8 in 3 portions. You get it? Yes. And the way you can get your threads, and you make 2, then you get 1, and then you put it in the middle to make them 2 to make the 3 portions, so that you can really braid. So this is the way you make sure that the line in the middle. So I bring my 3 portions. This number 1 goes up, the middle one here, the one's already down. Then I keep on continuing braiding it like this. So I make sure that here at the beginning I don't add on tension. Okay, I don't add on tension. I make sure that I braid it very softly like that, and then we continue with we move like that as I'm braiding. So it means when it comes to those ones with thick hair, I don't need to use all the 12 strands. I will have to make sure maybe like I use 8. Now if I use 8, let me see, if I use 8, it means I'm going to remove the 2 to make 4. Then the other ones that are already remaining 6, so that is wrong. So you have to make them 9. Okay, so that they can be 3 at the end of it all. So as in here, I'm braiding it the way you can see until I finish. So I start braiding down. So I think you can see how this method is very, very nice. But all in all, the only thing you need to understand is make sure that your lines are straight. Yes, so this is what I got for you. My name is Morris, the crochet master, and I work at Hair by Clippers with Z. If you want to make the bookings, you can go on our website, right? Morris, the crochet master. Yes, we have the anti-itchy oil that we give you, and then those ones who would want online courses, still you can be able to find them there, so that we can do this together. So when it is done, of course, you have to put the hair moss and we wrap it as usual, so that we can get all these. So those ones who want to learn online, you can find that link in the description. It will take you through all my courses, and you get yourself one, so that you can learn all these hairstyles. Bye bye. May the Lord bless you, but please don't forget to give me a like. Yes, and if you have any question, please you can go right in the comment section. Tell me what you want to hear, and I'll be there to answer you as soon as possible.
For the ones that make us smile every day, pour their hearts in all they do every minute. Work so hard for us to be so bold, stand tall. We appreciate you, we love you, we say thank you. Yeah.